Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muna Najma Elfareta and I'm from A class. Today, I'd like to share with you an interesting book that I read. The full title of this book is Educational Development, and it was written by Kieran Egan, a professor from Simon Fraser University. The book was published by Oxford University Press in 1979. Let me give you an overview of this book. In this book, Egan talks about how people develop different ways of thinking as they grow. He introduces 4 stages of thinking. First, the mythic stage, when young children understand the world through stories and imagination. Second, the romantic stage, when children are curious about the real world, love facts, and admire heroes. Third is the philosophic stage, when the teenagers start to think deeply and try to organize knowledge into a system. And fourth is the ironic stage, when adults realize that every system has its limits and start thinking more critically and reflectively. This idea really made me to think about my own classroom experience. For example, in a real classroom, I have seen how younger students are more engaged when the teacher tells a story. One day, I watched a teacher explain kindness by telling a fairy tale, and the students listened with the full attention. That's exactly what Egan means by the mythic stage, using stories to help children understand big ideas. So, how would I apply what I learned from this book in my own teaching? I will try to match my teaching style with my student ways of thinking. For younger students, I would use stories, songs, and role-playing. For older students, I would let them explore real-world problems and build their own understanding. I believe this approach would make learning more meaningful and enjoyable for them. The part of the book that I found most interesting is the ironic stage. It's surprising to think that being smart doesn't always mean having answers. Sometimes being able to ask good questions and understand complexity is more important. This really changed how I see education. It's not just about giving facts, but also helping students reflect and think deeply. Something new that I learned from this book is that not all students learn in the same way. We can use a one-size-fits-all method. We need to teach in a way that matches how their mind works at that time. Finally, this book helped me understand that as a future teacher, I must be a creative, flexible, and aware of my student needs. If I understand how their thinking develops, I can design better lessons and help them grow, not just in knowledge, but in how they see the world. Maybe that's all for me. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.